Thank God I don't gotta look like what I've been through. I'm gonna say that again. Thank God, the divine, the universe, Jesus, or whatever you believe in, that you don't have to look like what you've been through. Let's talk about it. I grew up the daughter of a hairstylist. And one thing that I can recall from my childhood memory is that my mother was much more than just a stylist. She was a therapist, life coach, and alchemist, because anytime someone would sit in her chair, regardless of what burdens they had been carrying from the day or from their life in general, one of the things I witnessed my mother do time and time again was literally transform and transmute like an alchemist that sadness, anxiousness, burden, whatever it was, into pure joy by the time they looked in the mirror and she was done with them. Her clients could come in her chair looking busted and disgusted, and she never made them feel small. She never made them feel inadequate. And in fact, she gave them hope, because she would say to them, look at this magazine and tell me what style you want. What are you inspired by? How do you want to present yourself? And she would make it happen through the gifts of her hands, her artistry of being able to sculpt and mold and curl and flip and twirl some hair, okay? And that did something for people. That helped them raise their frequency from whatever state they came into that hair salon, whatever state of consciousness they were embodying. By the time they left, they were a higher version of themselves. They looked good. If they weren't before they came, they were definitely feeling themselves by the time they left. That showed me so much. And it's why till this day, I say this phrase, thank God I don't have to look like what I've been through, but I also live it. If I'm having a bad day, the world don't have to know that. And it's not because I'm trying to be perfect or present like I don't hurt. What I'm trying to do is for me. It's for me to maintain my wholeness, to recognize that whatever I'm experiencing in the 3D is not my final answer. It's not my truth. It's not the end. As Neville Goddard would say, if it's not what you want, it's not the end, right? So I was living in my end. Every time I show up, and regardless of what I'm facing in life, I'm going to be fly. You going to catch my hair done. And even if my hair ain't done, I'm going to have on some fly gear with a hat, something. But I believe in looking like what you want to be experiencing, looking like how you want life to accept you, how you want people to approach you, right? I'm such a firm believer, because of my upbringing in the black hair salon and what I witnessed my mother do for people, for humanity. Anybody who came and sat in her chair was elevated, right? And that's what sprucing up your image can do for you. I've witnessed people who were having a funk, a bad day, just get a little haircut, trim it up, get a little line up, and all of a sudden, boom, they're back to themselves. They back to feeling themselves. They back to remembering who they really are before that circumstance came and shook them for a minute. Life will get to you. It will knock you down. It will test your gangster. But one of the gifts of life is that you can pick yourself up. You can go put on your best outfit. You don't have to wait for a special occasion. Why? Because life is a special occasion. The fact that you are alive is a special occasion. The fact that you may have some kind of energy in your body to get up and go put on some clothes and spruce yourself up. If you're a lady, you go put on some makeup. Even go get your hair done or do it yourself. Throw on that favorite wig of yours or wave it up like what I got going on right now. That is a privilege. And in knowing that regardless of what we go through, we still can step into our higher selves by just shifting how we see ourselves in the mirror. And how do you do that? Spruce up. You don't have to look like what you've been through. Step into the frequency of your future self. Step into the frequency of your higher self by just changing your personal image in that moment. Changing how you see yourself when you look in the mirror. That'll put a smile on your face. It'll change your energy altogether, and it'll take your power back from whatever circumstance may have your attention in this 3D reality. And so I just want this to be your reminder that you also do not have to look like what you've been through. And thank God for it. This is your reminder. You got this.